Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a really simple, wearable smoky eye. I think a lot of people can be overwhelmed by smoky eyes because they are dark and it is a little bit intimidating to put black eyeshadow on your eyes. So that is what I'm going to be showing you guys today using the Colourpop Proceed with Caution palette. I busted this palette out last night for a bachelorette party and came up with this really simple wearable smoky eye using this black matte shade and this shade right here. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this simple smoky eye, then please keep on watching. Okay, so for this look today, I'm going to be using the new Colourpop Proceed with Caution palette. This is the palette that they did with the YouTuber Shayla. If you haven't seen this palette, this is such an interesting looking palette. It is one of their like 9-pan palettes, but it is so different than anything that I've seen before. It's got that yellow and this gold here. It's got a couple of these oranges, but then it's got these like darker colors too. So I was really interested in picking up this palette. I know a lot of people said in the comments when they announced this that it was just another neutral palette, but I'm kind of okay with that because I'm a neutrals girl. But then you have a couple of these pops of color in there to kind of add some interest. So today I'm going to be showing you guys a really easy smoky eye that is still super wearable, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my MAC 221 brush and I'm going to take this color called Culture. It's this matte orange color. And I'm just going to pop this in the crease. I'm going to bring this color up a little bit higher than I normally do because I want it to show behind the darker colors of the smoky eye. So I'm going to bring it up a little bit more above my crease so that when I open my eye, you can still see the color. Okay, so once you have that color built up, it's time to get on with the smoke. Okay, next step, I'm gonna take this like matte black. It looks matte when you like look at it on camera, but there are a little bit of like some orangish gold sparkle in there. It's not gonna come up on camera, I don't think. Oh, maybe it will. But when you put it on your eyes, it really doesn't show up that much. And I'm also gonna be using this color called Hazard right here, which has a little bit of that orange fleck in there. So it doesn't really bother me to have that in there. I'm gonna take that black color on a fluffy brush. This is from Focallure. And I'm just gonna take a little bit at a time. Because these are so matte and they're so pigmented, a tip would be just to take a little bit at a time and build it up and build it up. That is really what is going to make a smoky eye look really seamless and blown out, is just building up the color and making sure that everything is blended out really well. So I have just a tiny bit on my brush and I'm just going to rip that mirror off. And I'm just going to start building this up on the outer portion of my eye. And I'm gonna dot it on my eye first to get all the color on my eye first. And then I'm gonna go in and blend it with another brush. I'm just going to bring that color up into the crease. But I'm not gonna go as high as that orange color. One thing I have noticed with this palette is that there's not a lot of fallout, even with these dark colors, which is nice because then I like to do my foundation and stuff before my eyes, and you don't have to worry about like black eyeshadow on your face. Okay, so it kind of looks a little bit messy right now, but that's okay. We're going to keep blending this out once we have the lid shade on there, but I'm just gonna take this fluffy brush and run this over the black just to diffuse it out a little bit more. And then I'm gonna take that same brush that I did the orange shadow with, and I'm just going to go right over the top of that just to bring that color back out. Okay. Next, I'm going to take this Hazard shade on my finger, and I'm just going to pop this right over the lid. And I'm going to bring it all the way in, and I'm going to bring it all the way up to the crease. To get into the inner part of my eye, I'm just gonna take this big flat shader brush and I'm just gonna pop into that color a little bit and place that right in the inner corner and use this to blend the shadow into the crease. Once you've got the color packed up, see how like pretty and diffuse that is? Once you have the color packed up, take that same brush that you did the orange with and just blend out those edges so they don't look too harsh. I really like this Hazard shade because it's not like straight black. It's kind of like a gray with a black undertone, and it's got some like gold flecks of sparkle in there, so it doesn't look super harsh. It doesn't look like just black. It's kind of more sultry and really pretty. I'm gonna take that brush that I did the matte black shade with and just build that up a little bit to darken that up in the outer V. And you really just build up these two colors to the point that you're comfortable with. I wanted this to be a little bit darker of a look, so I'm okay with the super dark outer V, but if you just wanted to leave it like this, that's cool. Okay, once you've got your two black dark shades built up to the point that you want, it's time to bring that like orangish shade that we started with back out. I'm just going to use the same brush one more time. I'm going to pop a little bit in there, not too much, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to bring out this. I'm just going to pop this right on the edge of those two shadows. I'm just going to really gently blend. I'm hardly using any pressure at all, but I just want this to be like kind of like a gradient, like you go from the dark to the orange. So you're just gonna put this on the very edge of those two dark shades. And then when you like open your eyes, you see the dark sexiness of the smoky eye, but then you also see that orange shade as well. Lower lash line, I'm just gonna take a pencil brush and I'm gonna pop back into that Gloves On Black Matte shade, and I'm gonna start on the outer corner and I'm going to put this on my lower lash line. This is kind of at your own discretion, however comfortable you are with the amount of like smokiness that is on your lower lash line. I am gonna bring mine down pretty far, but if you just want like a little bit of smoke, you could just put it on the lash line, but you'll see that I'm really gonna make this dramatic because if you're gonna do a smoky eye, in my opinion, you might as well just like do it, okay? So I'm gonna pop into that black matte shade and I'm gonna start on the outer corner. You kind of wanna start on the outer part of the eye because you don't want too much black shadow on the inner part of your eye. That will close your eye. It'll make it look really small and closed. So if you start on the outer edge and put the most color on the outer part of your eye and then bring it in. It'll look a lot more sultry and diffuse and like natural. And same here, you kind of want to go in with a little bit of the black shadow at a time and build up that color, because you don't want to, especially on the lower lash line, you don't want to go like too crazy right off the bat and then have too much shadow and like nowhere for it to go. So I'm concentrating most of this on the outer part, and then I'm just going to take what's left on my brush and just like barely bring this in. I'm like hardly touching my eye. And just bring that in, not all the way in because you don't want it to like close your eye completely, but just bringing it in a little bit. Once you have the shadow that you want on the lower lash line nice and smoked out, I'm going to take a black liner. This is the Colourpop Creme Gel liner. This is just a black liner. I'm going to skip liquid liner altogether and just tightline the top of my lashes to kind of give the illusion that my lashes are a little bit thicker without doing a huge heavy line of liquid liner. Last but not least, we're going to pop on some mascara. I've been using the Benefit Roller Lash mascara. I really like this. This is a nice separating mascara. If you wanted to go for some extra drama, you could sure pop on your favorite lash style. Because I want to keep this smoky eye really simple and wearable for people who aren't comfortable with false lashes, I'm just going to leave it at mascara, but you could totally pop on some super dramatic, fluffy, sultry lashes and really make this look go from like this to simple to really dramatic. For lips today, I'm just going to keep it really nude. I want all of the focus and all of the attention to go right to my eyes. So I am going to use a nude lip today. I'm first going to line my lips with the Younique Prudent lip pencil. I love this pencil. Obviously, it is so tiny right now. It's just like a perfect nude for pale skin. It's a little bit more peachy, so I really like this to balance out the eyes. To top it off, I'm going to take the BH Cosmetics Cashmere cream. This is in the color Perf. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. This is a really simple smoky eye that I feel anybody could achieve. You don't have to have special shadows, special brushes, special techniques. You can really just use some extra time and some blending, and you can achieve a really easy smoky eye. So that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys like this video, please subscribe and hit that like button down below. That really helps me and my channel out. And I appreciate you guys being here today, and I'll see you next time.